And if you need, well, man, let me know if you say my body. You are chill, shaka, pump your was in here more. Sunday, with police, Sunday to Sunday. What's the different? When chicken say, Gogo, Lioko, it's so classic.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you know, report it. Don't take law in your hands, all the right authority. That they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of me boy. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, just stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, just stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, just stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, just stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop in the restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some going to 20 pop, put in toto ichiki. Bila living sense.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, have you been finding it difficult to travel to the holy city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia? Then worry no more for an easy and safer travels to the holy city in Saudi Arabia. The United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency of Liberia has the best offer for you. Travel to the holy city in Saudi Arabia for just 6,000 United States dollars. Yes, I mean 6,000 United States dollars. Travel from Monrovia on the 14th of June 2023 with the United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency for just 6,000 United States dollars. Rush now and do your registration at their office located in the township of Barnesville in the Mayuba and Sons Incorporated building at the intersection of Barnesville Town Hall. For more information, call cell number 0777 571 356 or visit Strong FM on the Somalia Drive and ask for Dolly Den to get your start up. Don't forget, it's the United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency of Liberia, making traveling to the holy city of Mecca easier for you. A pleasant good morning and welcome to the program from the Print News. Today is Monday, the 5th of June, 2023. It's good to be here this morning after the weekend. We are here this morning to run you through stories making headlines in the print media. My name is Wendell Nimne, and next to me is my co-host,
Esther Daku.
And there in the United States, we have the man Dapana and Gus Koma. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Esther. Good morning, Wendell in Liberia. This is Gus Koma. Glad to be here. I gotta get gas, my man.
Good morning. Good morning, Esther, Wendell, and Gus. And good morning to the peace-loving people of Mama Liberia. I'm Dr. Anna Newton Nicholas Smith, and I'm here in California.
The man, every time he sees yes, Esther on the show, he just kind of, I don't know.
Well, now, are you serious?
The Dapana man, you know, small man. I'm beginning with D with you. All right, folks, it's good to be here. This brand new week. The first working day in the week, Monday. Too many interesting stories from the print media. And Esther and I, together with Dapana and Gus, we have 4 local dailies. The Eyes Globe is in our studio this morning. The Hot Pepper newspaper is also here. Esther, what do you have for us?
On my Vex, I have the Front Page Africa and the Oracle News Daily.
Okay. So we're going to run you through the front and back pages of the dailies. So we start up with the Hot Pepper newspaper. And the editorial says the U.S. 100 million cocaine a quarter. They unsighted, they uninvestigated, they unarrested is the editorial. Abi Jade accused of having prior knowledge of drug container. And we see the photograph of businessman George Abijade. He's right here on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. A few lines for you. Information gathered by the Hot Pepper from credible sources says it was George Abijade who made a call to authorities of the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia that cocaine was on board containers that were being shipped to Liberia by TRH. According to sources, Abijade reluctantly told the U.S. Embassy about the drugs after he was tipped off by its security personnel that the news about the cocaine had reached the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia and everybody was watching him. It can be recalled that it was the United States Embassy that provided a tip-off to the National Security Agency, NSA, that a container fully loaded with cocaine had landed at the National Port Authority, NPA, from which the NSA began to spy on the container until it reached its destination at the TRH warehouse along the Jippin Freeway. TRH is owned by Abijade and Bala Abraham.
The hot pepper was hinted that agents of the Drug Enforcement Agency of the United States assigned at the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia had received information about the container and reported the information to their head office in the United States. However, the source said this does not guarantee that the United States ambassador was aware of the container, as the DEA department works separately and independently, like the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Central Intelligence Agency, agents assigned at the embassy. However, when Malam Conte, Maki Adme, Isam, and Abdullah Jibril Jallo and Oliver Izzi went to the TRH warehouse to take control of the container, George Abijade used, continuation of the story is on page 3. It says George Abijade used the opportunity to frame them up, and they were arrested for the crimes of unlicensed importation of controlled drug, unlicensed possession of controlled drug, money laundering, and criminal conspiracy for alleged attempting to purchase a 40-foot container containing the U.S. 100 million worth of cocaine. Gustavo Henrique, an accomplice in the crime, called George Abijade and Bala Abraham as his business partners to intervene and threatened to make full disclosure, but was told by Abijade that any attempt to say anything to the country will cost his life. The investigation quoted sources who saw Gustavo Henrique at the TRH warehouse on the day of the arrest, who said that the man who so frightened that he headed straight for the Rabat International Airport, where the Ministry of Justice claimed he bought a plane ticket and left the country. Sources at the police told this paper that the initial story was that Gustavo Henrique allegedly stockpiled the cocaine in the container that were being imported by George Abijade and Bella Abraham. But when the question of in whose name the bill of lading is written was asked, Frank Mousadine, in his vain attempt to shield George Abijade and Bella Abraham, allegedly soon changed the story around. The investigation continues. And that's the story there. Abijade accused of having prior knowledge of drug container. And lastly, for the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper, Liberian institutions extol FHI 360 for supporting health system strengthening. Two frontline Liberian institutions leading various aspects of health programs have extolled FHI 360, an acclaimed international organization, for its commitment to supporting the country's health systems strengthening. For more than 4 years now, the organization has operated in the country, working with relevant Liberian institutions to strengthen the health system of the country at different levels, including HIV and AIDS response, COVID-19 preparedness, among others. The institutions are the Country Health Team of Montserrat County, an institution coordinating holistic health response for nearly 1 million people in the Liberian network of persons living with HIV, LIPNEP, plus a network of 5 associations across the country. And so let's run to the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Political Action Bureau dismisses allegation against Pro Tem Chie. The Political Action Bureau for the re-election of President George Manneh Weah says, cognizant of the danger that misinformation and disinformation poses to the reputation of ordinary citizens and officials of government alike, it has launched a fact-finding initiative into allegation of a donation of fleet of pickups to opposition Unity Party by Senate Pro Tem Professor Albert T. Chie. In a release issued over the weekend, the group said, having engaged some officials of the Congress for Democratic Change, some officials of the Unity Party, Senate pro tem Abati cheers some media outlets, Facebook bloggers, car dealers in Barovia, some government offices such as the Custom Bureau of the Liberia Revenue Authority, the National Port Authority, and some other institutions and individuals who found no evidence whatsoever that at no time, now and before, that Senate Pro Tem Honorable Abati Chie, continuation is on page 10. It says Abati Chie made a donation of pickups to the Unity Party, that there exists no record at various car dealers in Morovia to show that Senate Pro Tem Chie made purchases of more than 2 pickups. Records and evidence show that the Senate Pro Tem obtained 2 Jack pickups on credit from the GSC car dealership in Congo Town in February 2023. A Land Cruiser high-top Jeep and a Toyota Hilux pickup from Sika Motors through the Africa Motors in April 2023. Also on credit, physical evidence shows that he used these vehicles during his recent tour of the Southeast and on the BVR process in Grand Cru County, and that there exists record at the Bureau of Customs of the Liberia Revenue Authority located at the National Port Authority that show that Pro Tem Chie made an importation of 3 used pickups from the USA into the country. He showed us physical evidence of the use of these pickups. These 3 used pickups are all packed now, awaiting repairs from damage on the Southeast Road. The group headed by Morris A.S. Swain as chairman challenged anyone within the public to provide evidence contrary to its findings. Given the established facts outlined before or above, the Political Action Bureau for the re-election of President George Manneh Weah has termed the allegation against Senate Pro Tem Abati Chie as fake, unrealistic, diabolical, reckless, irresponsible, and lacks an iota of truth telling. And so that's it there on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Political Action Bureau dismisses allegation against Pro Tem Chie. And B. Martin gave day off to workers following death of an employee. And another story here says Cummings grabs PLP's disenchanted faction as aggrieved county chairs vow to support CPP. And then another story here says women legislators vital for development, aspirant Mamie Wesley says. Monserrate County District Number 6 aspirant Mamie Wesley has underscored the importance of women legislators to the growth and development of Liberia, emphasizing that women legislators are important to the enhancement of national development. And another story here says University of Ghana Alumni Association launch in Liberia. And then lastly, for the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper, Western Cluster Limited embarks on cleaning up exercise in Todmanburg. And that's good news for the folks there in Todmanburg. Let's run to the Eyes Globe. The Eyes of the Globe, it says, the paper here. And it says, Marylanders hail President Weah and Speaker Chambers for developmental initiative. Marylanders hail President Weah and Speaker Chambers for developmental initiative. And let's see what we can get to page 7. I'll just take a few lines of that story. All right, let's see what the story is. It says, with barely 3 months till the presidential and general elections, Marylanders have resolved to give President Dr. George Manneh Weah and the Speaker of the 54th National Legislature a big win on October 10 to retain their respective positions as president and representative of Plebo-Sodican District, respectively, which will lead to the re-election of Speaker Dr. Buford Chambers as the 54th Speaker of the National Legislature. Speaking to a cross-section of the electorates of Maryland, of Marylanders in both Montserrado and Maryland counties said they have resolved that Speaker Chambers and President Weah are their best choices, as evidenced by the facts that they have worked tremendously in the interest of nation building. Therefore, they must be retained in their respective capacities. And let's leave it there. That's good news for President Weah and Speaker Chambers. And then lastly, NDP becomes full-fledged political party. Chairman Sharif wants partisans work for transformation. National Development Party is here to work with individuals and political parties who have made or who have the same dreams, aspirations to develop Liberia. These were the words of the chairman of the National Development Party, Honorable Musa A. Sharif, when the party was certificated as a full-fledged political party to carry on its activities in the country. And to the back page of the Eyes of the Globe, MOPI condemns Representative Koga for statement against Speaker Chambers. The Movement for the Protection of Integrity says it is taken aback and is very disappointed about statements made against Speaker Buffer Chambers by Nima County Representative Samuel Koga. According to him, that the speaker is not performing well and will write plenary to complain. Speaking to journalist Torah today, and that's over the weekend, the National Executive Director of the Movement for the Protection of Integrity, Paul Bodo, said Dr. Chambers, a very good man who is working assiduously in the interest of building human capacity, both at the national legislature and the country, and was very disheartening to have listened to Nima County Representative Koga on national radio to make such derogatory remarks against the people's speaker, who has received several international and local awards as well from the media. And then another story here says President Weah and VP Taylor eulogized Madam Louisa B. Warren. And Bishop Doyen shows vibrant leadership set to redeem District Number 2. And lastly, Eyes of the Globe publisher turns 56. Once President Weah re-elected to build a vibrant Liberia. And so that's all from the Eyes of the Globe and the Hot Pepper newspaper. Let's send controls to Esther to bring us more developments.
All right, this morning, like I said earlier, I have two papers on my Vex. We'll start up with the Front Page Africa newspaper. Liberia gives thumbs up to Barbada's pilgrimage under the umbrella of the Sankofa pilgrimage organized by Ambassador Louverine Witherspoon in collaboration with the Barbadian government. And of course, it's on page 7. You can grab a copy. Liberia EU signed US 88 million for supportive programs. The new programs will kickstart the new phase of the EU-Liberia Development Partnership from 2021 to 2025, for which a total of 191 million euros or US 220 million have been earmarked. Page 5 has this story. You can grab a copy to read more of that. Taking law into his own hands, Dew Mountain Union head allegedly orders the flogging of employees cause for shutting down of operation. This is on page 8 of this paper. You can also grab a copy to read more of that story. One of the top stories here says, following the marrying out of a 12-year-old to 57-year-old man in Logan Town, the Muslim Council sends out caveats to would-be violators, young girls in the law, a warning to imams. We at the Muslim Council will try to ensure that every Muslim abides by the law of this republic. We will serve a communication to all mosques and imams that before officiating any wedding, they should be sure that the girl marrying is 16 years or 18. Any imam who violates the law will be punished This act of marrying out underage girls to older men must stop, and it must stop now. And this story is on page 5. I am interested in this one.
Mhm.
Let's look at page 5 quickly to take some lines from this story. Let's see what actually occurred in Looking Town concerning a 12-year-old girl. The national chairman of the National Muslim Council of Liberia, Mr. Ibrahim Fuma Salif, has condemned the marriage of a 12-year-old girl to a 57-year-old man 2 weeks ago in Logan Town. Speaking with Front Page Africa in an exclusive interview at the National Muslim Council office on Old Road in Sinka, he said they do not have a problem with the man who came to marry the child, but with the parents of the girl who gave out their child hand in marriage at the age of 12. If the parents are caught, they will be punished, he said. We at the Muslim Council will try to ensure that every Muslim abides by the laws of this republic. We will send a communication to all mosques and imams that before officiating any wedding, they should make sure the girl marrying is 16 years or 18. Any imam who violates the law
violation.
will be punished. This act of marrying underage girls to older men must stop, and it must stop now, said Muslim Council Chairman Sharif. Chairman Sharif said gone are the days when 70-year-old men were in the habit of taking a 12-year-old girl as his wife. We as a council are the political leaders of the Muslim community, and we are asking our people to live according to the constitution of this republic, he said. The chairman's statement came in the wake of widespread social media posts of a 57-year who had attended the ceremony, and the 57-year-old Fulani man fled to Guinea with his new bride after the ceremony as tensions around them were building up. Condemning the incident, he for She Crusaders Liberia has frowned upon what it refers to as a woeful violation of a girl child's rights in Liberia, as a 12-year-old girl got married to a man old enough to be her grandfather. She Crusaders Liberia sees this 12-year-old girl's marriage to a 57-year-old man as barbaric and a willful deprivation of the child's right to education, adequate growth, and protection from slavery. Liberian laws, whether customary or statutory, do not allow a girl on the Fula community to do not allow a girl, child to marry at that age. As such, we are calling on the Fulani community to educate their members to respect the laws of Liberia, says She Crusaders Liberia National Coordinator Tamar F. J. Johnson. According to Mr. Johnson, a rights advocate under the universal law, territorial jurisdiction must be respected by all who dwell within said borders. The rights of the child, Article 24 states, parties should take all effective and appropriate measures with a view of abolishing traditional practices, prejudicial to the health of children. Article 34 states parties undertake to protect the child from all forms of sexual exploitation and sexual abuse, he said. A person under 18 is considered a child and must be protected from all forms of physical and mental harm by the state party. In Liberia, if a girl is below 18, engages in sexual activities with an adult age 18 or above, it is considered rape. It's considered a statutory rape, and it is punishable under the rape law of Liberia. Well, we have to stop you there and, of course, look up more stories on the front page of this paper as Liberian first female vice president comes under a barrage of criticism from her performance in the role. Front page Africa delves into her achievements and shortcomings. Jewel, a national liability or a treasure is a question. The first female vice president has weathered some of the tempest of storms in her public service, spanning several decades from her marriage to Charles Taylor, a decision that would later become the cause for unrestrained bullying whenever she raises her voice about national discourse to becoming the senator of Bond County for 2 terms and now the first woman vice president of Liberia. We stop it right there on the front page Africa. Let's look at the Oracle News Daily. Washington pressures Weah, and it's on the front page of this paper. You want to grab a copy to read that. Jimmy Carter's decision that helped Liberians and ousted him. Jimmy Carter's decision that helped Liberians and ousted him is on the front page of the Oracle News Daily. You can grab a copy. Selling food in garbage. The red light commercial hub in the Pinsville suburb of Monroeville, both marketers and buyers are constantly exposed to environmental pollution with smoke oozing from mountains of garbage set on fire daily. People passing through the main entrance of Gorbachev area will experience breathing difficulties not only from the smoke but from the stench from the heaps of garbage. Such exposure of visible waste, according to the World Health Organization, causes respiratory infections, heart disease, lung cancer, causes sore throat, coughing, lung inflammation, and permanent lung damage in short and long term. Of course, you can grab a copy to read more of that. Bill Mountain Port workforce on day off. And of course, we already brought you that Western Cluster takes on plastic waste. Well, that's the last for the back page of the Oracle Daily. Lesson controls back to you, Wendell.
Thank you very much, Esther. And those were stories we brought to you. So quickly, we'll recap and then we come back and take our break. And then we hear from Gus and Dakwana. So this morning, we started with the Hot Pepper newspaper. And so these are the stories tapping the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Abijade accused of having prior knowledge of drug container. And another story here says Liberian institutions extol FHI 360 for supporting health system strengthening. And so the back page, Political Action Bureau dismisses allegation against Pro Tem Chie. B. Martin gives a day off to workers following death of an employee. Cummings grabs PLP's disenchanted faction as aggrieved county chairs vow to support CPP. And this story says women legislators vital for development, aspiring Mami Wesley says. University of Ghana Alumni Association launch in Liberia. And then lastly, Western Cluster Limited embarks on cleaning up exercise in Todmanburg. So we bring you the eyes of the globe. Marylanders hail President Weah and Speaker Chambers for developmental initiatives. And lastly, for the front page of the eyes of the globe, NDP becomes full-fledged political party. Chairman Sharif wants partisans work for transformation. To the back page, MOPI condemns Representative Koga for statement against Speaker Chambers. And another story says Anthony Ability wants Muslim unite. President Weah and VP Taylor eulogize Madam Louisa B1. And Bishop Doyne shows vibrant leadership set to redeem District Number 2. And Eyes of the Globe publisher turns 56. Once President Weah re-elected to build a vibrant Liberia. And the Oracle News Daily, the front page is reporting selling food in garbage. All right, that's okay. Let me just get done with the front page. Oracle News Daily, the front page, Washington pressures Weah and Jimmy Carter's decision that helped Liberians and ousted him. To the back page, selling food in garbage. B. Martin put workforce on day of. Western Cluster takes on plastic waste. And that's Dorset for the Oracle News Daily. The front page, Africa is next. Liberia gives thumbs up. And another story says Liberia and EU sign US 88 million for supportive programs. And taking law into his own hands is the caption there. And this one says, a warning to imams. And then lastly, Joel, a national liability or treasure is a question being asked. And those are all the stories we took from the dailies this morning. Let's go and take word from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. They are our sponsor. As a matter of fact, all of our programs here at Freedom are all powered by Crime Stoppers Liberia. So we take our break. When we come back, you're going to be hearing the voices of Gus and Dakwana.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Sam Science.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, have you been finding it difficult to travel to the holy city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia? Then worry no more for an easy and safer travels to the holy city in Saudi Arabia. The United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency of Liberia has the best offer for you. Travel to the holy city in Saudi Arabia for just 6,000 United States dollars. Yes, I mean 6,000 United States dollars. Travel from Monrovia on the 14th of June 2023 with the United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency for just 6,000 United States dollars. Rush now and do your registration at their office located in the township of Barnesville in the Mayuba and Sons Incorporated building at the intersection of Barnesville Town Hall. For more information, call cell number 0777 571 356 or visit Strong FM on the Somalia Drive and ask for Dolly Den to get your start off. Don't forget, it's the United Muslim Hajj and Umrah Agency of Liberia, making traveling to the holy city of Mecca easier for you.
وما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون كذلك نسلكه.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flow Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide.
Thank you, folks. Thanks for rejoining us at this junction. We cross over to the USA and hear from our guys. Hello there. Guys, unmute your mic.
All right, you got me, Wendell?
Yes, Dapana, go ahead.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for the reading, and I want to really speak to the story that Esther was interested in. I'm also interested in that story.
Okay,
In
the
this
one with
day and
the 12
age,
year. Okay.
yeah, in this day and age, for such a thing to be happening, I think is an abomination. 12 years or 57 years old man, 57 years old man getting married to a 12 years old. And you know, even though I'm not good at math, but let's do the calculation. You take
5 years,
10.
45 years
Can
different.
you imagine? 45 years. And one of the things the people didn't say, I don't know, was that girl from Liberia, or they went Guinea and took her from there, or why? I really don't know. But why would such a thing even be happening? Why would even somebody want to even dream of that? 57 years old man getting married to a 12 years old. She's not even mature yet. Still on her age. At least when I was, even though it's not rebel, at least when I was 14, 15, they will give it little consideration. But 12?
We can't even give that consideration.
Yeah, it's totally wrong. It's wrong, but just to make the conversation a little bit interesting, why would you want to do that? I think that man need to be apprehended. Condemnation is not just up to it. That man need to be apprehended and he should be prosecuted for rape.
Of course.
He should be prosecuted. He should be placed behind bars. He should be prosecuted for rape. Why would people be practicing this kind of thing, this kind of tradition? We are in a modern age. I don't think that they should be swept on the carpet. We don't want just mere condemnation from the Muslim authority. We want them to go after that person. I don't care where they are. Even though they escaped, they went Guinea, but they can be chased after through the Interpol and be brought by that individual to be brought by and be prosecuted. For such a thing to happen in Liberia, it's totally wrong and we should all condemn it. And I think it's so sad. For me, I love girls, children, and it pains my heart when I see such a thing happening when people try to take advantage of girls, teenage girls or women. It's totally wrong. I think there is a need for all the women organizations to come up. Where are you guys? You need to speak up to this. This is how you call it, a church, and this is very serious. And this thing should be swept on the carpet. Much need to be done. We need more response from the Muslim authority and that brother or whosoever should be brought to book and should be prosecuted. That's the only story I'm interested in. I give it back to you. I don't know if God's back.
Yeah,
Thank you. I think that
just before you come in, Wendell,
Mhm.
let me just lay my thought on this entire
Go
issue
ahead.
of this 12-year-old girl who is a baby. Wendell, the girl is she's just 1 year older than my son. Can you imagine?
Mhm.
I'm a mother. I have this my son. So when I first came across this case, I was like comparing, him, and I felt really terrible. So this is not about just the guy who tried to marry the girl. It's also about the parents. I want to believe
Yeah.
that they are not even the actual parents of that kid.
That's
what I
true.
want to
That's the point.
because nobody in their right mind will look at a 12-year-old child in this dispensation window, this particular age and time, will want to marry a 12-year-old child to someone who is in their 50s. How do you reconcile with that? How do you even sleep at night when you do such a thing?
Mhm.
This is really sad. And we're hoping that the government will do something because I'm hearing, according to the story, the guy fled the country with the child.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and
So the parents should be apprehended.
one,
They should be able to get to that guy wherever he is until that get back over.
yeah, they should
Because
know
if
his
that child
whereabouts.
is a Liberian, we should protect her.
But I don't know, Esther. The thing is, maybe some of them was somebody listening. They will come up to say, "Oh, that's part of the people tradition and all of that." But we do agree tradition and all of that. But our country, we got laws here.
Of course.
A 50-year-old man can go in the church to get married to a 12-year-old girl.
Never.
Nobody will ever allow that. In fact, no mother will allow her daughter at that age to go get married to a
You
57.
depriving that child of growth.
One, that
You
human right
depriving them
abuse.
Of course.
Human right abuse. Because, 12 years old, that child is an infant.
It's
I don't know.
seriously sickening. very
12
much.
years old child, 57-year-old man. So what is he going to be? What are you going to be doing? Is he going to wait for her to reach that age of maturity before he can have something to do with her?
Are you for real?
So
He's
When
not
I
gonna
even
wait.
thinking about it, when they're even thinking about that,
Yeah.
it very make me so sick within the stomach.
Telling you.
Who will even want to dream of doing that? That is a broad day a rape. That's a witchcraft attitude over there.
Yeah,
57 years old?
I don't know where this thing really happened. They said in Logan Town.
It's in Looking Town.
I don't know what the people. Maybe it was behind closed door or something because this is something that was to be disrupted.
Of course.
I don't know. Those people that are at that program, they should have called in the authority right away.
Yeah. Look at him. He had all white like my own.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I hope
And
authorities
we know, I think he owed you, right?
so much her
Yeah.
parents.
He owed you, right? I'm about age, yo.
Yeah. Just a year between us. You know?
Can you
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe this
No.
thing.
Mm-mm.
You're the man and
The
you're ready.
war is ready. The war is very evil.
The general ministry
Well, yes,
too.
sir.
That's in like the thing happened in Liberia. So the
And
gen-
from the picture I'm seeing here, this was done outside. I don't know what the
Mhm.
community people were even doing. Winda, I cannot be from that kind of community and I see this thing happening and I just sit down and watch it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it, Winda.
Yeah.
In fact, we're inviting the police in it.
Yeah.
These people
Or we
will be
just-
arrested.
Or we just go disrupt the entire thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
If I want to be over there, people are going to think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Because I was never going to say that a lot of kind of thing happen.
No.
What kind of thing is that? Who even want to dream of doing that?
12 years old. What? So what kind of world we find ourselves?
And Java, he said, William, you take that as somebody caretaker. I get living with somebody, or they just went abroad for Guinea and say, oh, we do. You know, sort of lie to put together.
It's a similar case with a community in Johnsonville. Somebody called me the last time and I went there actually to see whether it was actually happening. There's a lady in Johnsonville. She sells in the market called the Pepperwood Market area there. When the other woman got small children, she would bring them from Guinea. She would bring them from other counties, right
Yeah.
within Liberia. She would bring them, they would stay with her. They don't go to school. They would sell for her. When they reach certain stage around 13, 14, you see them with babies in their hand and married. And when she married them out, they don't live for the husband. They can still come sell for her.
Can you imagine that?
Go to the husband's house in the evening hours.
That's child abuse.
Serious child abuse.
Wow.
These children have rights, and people can continue to do these kind of things. This is seriously wrong. Very wrong.
Well, let's go to the phone lines and we'll read out all of those comments on our Facebook Live. But this is very serious. I don't know where.
Yeah, I think we should stick with this topic. Yeah, we stick with it.
Where is the Ministry of Gender? Because this thing happened in Liberia. If it happened outside Liberia, then it's none of our business. But our laws forbids that. We cannot. No 12-year-old girl, you know. You below 18, you know, 18,
very below, far below.
You got 6
You're
more
not
years.
even in your teens. That's the first thing.
So, can you imagine all the people listening now? You know, having girls, children. Do you know how they are feeling? If they would feel so terrible, because I don't know. Go ahead.
Esther, before we take the course, can you guys remember the same thing that happened with this American lady who went to Liberia and started that foundation with those girls in West Point there? We had that guy there taking advantage of those children, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old girls then, and he had HIV, infected them.
That place on Ashmore Street, what the place name?
Yeah.
I just slipped my mind.
Yeah.
I remember
The same thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So sad. Let's take some calls. Call us 0776 104 104 086 500 104. And the WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. Jared Topoboa, my friend, is watching all the way there from the UK. All right. I'd like to say welcome to the show, Jerry Topoboa. It's good having you watching all us from the UK. So we're taking our first calls this morning on the program from the Pre-News. This caller, hello?
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I'm Cecilia Kwali.
Your name is what?
My name is Cecilia Kwali.
Cecilia Colley. Let's hear from you, Cecilia.
Yeah, this is something that started way back in the 80s, you know, sometimes in the village. People need to do this thing for secretly. But this time they are exposed because of maybe, I don't know, some are getting civilized and things. But way back, they would lead them 11 years old and take them to the men.
Yeah,
they would be there until anything happens, then nobody will know.
And that's why you see people are kicking against this female genital mutilation, because people are getting exposed. We live in the modern world. The technology is advancing, and taking advantage of our babies, because 12-year-old is a baby. To be wedded to a 57-year-old person, that's real. It's wrong, man. Exactly. That's why somebody is saying maybe he's doing it for a ritualistic purpose, you know? All right. Gus, I can take you on this phone. You have to call the other line. Thank you, Cecilia, for your contribution.
Thank you.
Let's talk to another person. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
Emmanuel calling from Kingsley.
Go ahead, Emmanuel. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the show. What I want to say is the pastor who gave it,
Pastor is a
imam.
You know that thing can happen in the church.
I passed up our Reddit chasing out there. Yeah. All right, my man. Thanks for calling. All right. I hope you got the information. Not a pastor, but imam that officiated that program. Let's talk to Gus Help. Let's talk to Gus. I'm trying to connect you to the board, Gus. You just have to bear with us a few minutes. Let me connect you. You have to be patient when you're calling. All right. So that's it. Gus, you can call back and we'll take your call on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Let's talk to Gus Help and then we come back and go to other callers.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Good morning to Tapana, and good morning to my own namesake, Gus Coleman there in the States. Thanks for the recognition to Wendell. You know, just as Esther took the paper to read that headline, my attention was drawn to that story. And you know, it is very, very, very unfortunate that in this age and day, people will still be engaging in these habits of old. From the sociological perspective, we call that deviant culture. These are the cultural practices, but they are accepted in all societies for the fact that the society they find themselves in have laws that they should be governed by. And if that is anything to go by, then he should be arrested. The man who married the girl, the imam who officiated the ceremony, the parents who gave the child out to be wedded should all be arrested, because this is what we call rape. And it will result into modern day enslavement, because that little girl is not going to go to school again. She's going to start
becoming a mother now.
A mother to raise a family, and her entire future is going to be bleak.
Of course.
Yeah, we who are parents of girls' children cannot fathom to see our daughters like in a recent scenario. My 18-year-old daughter will be graduating from high school. Somebody just hinted her mother the other day, 125-year-old man, I don't know whether it's true, 125-year-old person, one TV, and you could use it as an opportunity to get a girl in the States. I said, you say what? That means I should marry my daughter at this time? Go forbid. So if I, as a father, can be thinking in that direction about my 18-year-old, too young still to get married, then what's about the parent who has a 12-year-old that a man will have the effrontery to walk to their house and ask for that child's hand in marriage? So, you know, another thing here is that according to their religion, if you married, I don't know, a virgin, you had or special or grace or special or
what is that?
Man, we don't want.
Those kinds of things, man.
I'm telling you. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Gus.
It's just happening, man.
Thank you. I know how you
Thanks for
feel.
the time.
Thank you, Gus. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's go back to the lines and take another caller. Hello. Hello. I'm fine. Your name and where you calling from? Your line is coming in so bad. I don't know. That's the network. So you have to shift a little bit.
Yeah, you getting me now?
Go ahead. You better.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. My is married. You are here.
Yeah.
Married. I don't know how you have all the money that you have. Married, that's giving a 180. But married is the tea. I'm a married man. Married is the dinner. You have a play. If you have money, still will pay you 1 million. So are the parents of that child. They are married born, and what is married happening in the community? That nobody go there and say, you know, stop what you're doing. So are they okay? Where are the parents? So they go from the street. I didn't get a married home. That's the question.
You're right.
How can that be? Yeah. So the parents, the government are seriously ask question for the parents.
All right, my brother.
The child is innocent. And then force them.
Did I hear you say the guy is innocent? Hello?
No, it's the child. The child.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh, my brother, thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, he said the child is innocent.
All right. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Hello, Wendell.
Yeah, how are you? Yeah, so money, welcome to the show. Let's hear your contribution.
Which when Esther was reading the paper, she never called it for name, what that story is. Esther got a habit. When she's reading the paper, there's a this paper. As compared to you, will say the hot paper, with the back of this, the them or something. She wouldn't call it for this paper. She never called the paper name.
No, Melvin. The realist. Apparently, you weren't following from the onset. All right. We call the names of the paper even before Esther could start the reading. She did mention the name of the paper.
Because of you, I bought the hot paper. When I beat that one.
Okay.
I wasn't about to work with the man. Which paper is it?
All right. You can purchase the front page Africa. You will get the story there.
Thank you. And that's not getting I'm going to do it, people.
That's the man on your back. Thank you. Let's take some more calls and we'll go to our comment section and read them out. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 are the numbers to call if you're outside Liberia and listening. Plus 231 886 500 104. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing now?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Jezreel. My name is George McIntosh.
Mr. McIntosh, go ahead, bro. Let's hear you 1 minute.
Yeah, well, this thing should not be a surprise to some of us, but it's been happening. Yeah, just go to water side where they get the parking, the guinea parking. The people are breaking the people's children on our age just to give them the full guy. I think it's this year. Small children, 19, 20, 4, 15, 16, pregnant in the bureau. They're pregnant to the hospital.
Okay.
So it should not be like a surprise. For me, I have seen it before. I saw it at the time. The Muslim people are the problem. They got problem. So when she read the story, I laugh. I haven't seen it. Just go there. Go to one side. Look on the side of the kitchen. That's what you see. Small children. They're bringing it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, McIntosh. ManCC, you can place your calls. Let's talk to ManCC. ManCC, morning and welcome. It's past midday, so good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, my picking window. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen, but following the show for Clara Town here.
You bringing all food too? Or you carrying all
to the protest?
You carrying the food?
Protest ground.
That's sitting action, not protest. That's sitting action. So you
okay,
pass
sitting
it.
Action.
Pass here while I'm part of food too, yeah?
My man, I'm passing over there, my man. I'm passing over there.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're down to the topic, my brother. The thing I just have a 12-year-old child getting married to a 50 years and 50 some more years.
57.
57 years old man. It's so sad with them. 57 years old man married to a 12-year-old child. And what the mother was doing, what she thinking, or she the father.
I know
what they thinking on?
Seriously.
What they taking on? That little child, not even 17 years, but 12 years. Can you imagine without if our other parents from the son, our poor police for the mother and the father, they will get a married man involved. They'll be arrested and sent to jail. I think a rape issue there now to tell us, oh, the man married a child. It made no sense to any Liberian man or woman in this country. It's wrong. They need to stop that. So calling on the police now to take action on that married man and married little child and the parents that get that child out. Thank you, Winda, for having me.
Thank you. And this thing happened in Logan Town. So those of you listening to us from Logan Town, if you remember any occasion where people were, getting married, outdoor, a 12-year-old girl was getting married to a 57-year-old man. If you got any information on that, just share it with us. You can call me or you come to Freedom FM and say, we know the family that gave this child all, and we'll make sure that, we take the rightful authorities there so that they can make some intervention, because this is not called for. It's abuse of that child's right. 12-year-old to 57 is wrong. Hello.
Hello, Winda.
Yeah, hello.
This is your female Nana or?
Yeah, my Ma Walter, it's good you call my personal line and you true now. So let's hear you were working on the female line. In the not too distant future, we have it on.
Okay. I want to say hi to everybody. Yeah, we there, my brother, my son. The problem is the people there in the country, the Muslim people there, they very tripleted in it. People they tripleted in it. They may say that married.
Ma Walter, let us not attack the Muslims because some of them don't even like this. Some of them condemn it. All right. I know.
I listen to the video.
Exactly. Yeah. There's some disgruntled people,
They don't have conscience. They don't have conscience. Because I try to be a green car. They know they see the EBC TV. The people in foreign country, they're selling people. They're coming in their poor. They're talking on the TV. They secretary the poor in their country selling $3,000.
That's human trafficking,
Yes, human trafficking. What they're doing, they're coming like 1 year after the court. So maybe that maybe I even want doing it. Let it come people let us see something about it. They're not correct like that. How are they somebody right? That later will be slow for here. If 3 women that will be slow for them, what you read now, what you read, that will pass for her. You see, you're not correct like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma Walter. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello, Wendell.
Hello?
Hello, Wendell. Hello, Gus. Hello, Dakpana. How the old man? Oh, I hope she fine. Wendell, this is Ma Helena. We're calling from St. Paul's Fish.
Ma Helena, good afternoon. Welcome.
Wendell, let me tell you, it's so sad. 12-year-old from 1 year to 12 years, plenty year. You check it all that leg, you even receive for flower yet. Excuse for expression.
Yeah.
She even received for flower yet because some children can start from 12 all the way down. And some children, when they reach 12, 13, 14, 15, before they start receiving. That's just wickedness. You don't care for nobody's child. It could be your child. You can do that thing to your child. Since I heard that thing that day, my part of grandchildren that year, I even left for them to go outside after 6 o'clock. I like it.
I know.
Because they can start asking the children from outside, then they do that kind of thing. And the mothers that can, the majority of them let money. They let money. A bad, the money will leave it there. You don't sell your child. You check yourself when that child start, maybe they soon say that child will not born again. They're not born. So it's very bad. I want for you to really put stop to it. And when I hear anybody from looking to, I will call you. Thank you, my children.
Okay. And as one of the things I think the Ministry of Gender needs to do, but let me come back with that and take Orita Doe, the president's friend. Orita, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, William.
How are you?
My Orita Doe, the president's friend from Chicken to Pache. President, I'm talking from the ground
of the capital. The
Yes.
Justice Ministry.
Yes.
Okay, so you people left. You people left from the capital now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We inform Justice Ministry.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes. First of all, I want to tell you thank you for your talking point this afternoon. You know, the problem in this country is ourselves. You look at your innocent child, 12 years, 13 years, even 16 years. You giving her man to marry to her. Why? You tired taking care of your child? You tired taking the responsibility of your child, or when you are taking her into marriage? So, we're not blaming the men that taking those children. That we, the parents, when we tired supporting our children, we send it out to go and marry. We know, as I tell you, I got my 18-year-old daughter. She don't know, because the way my way of talking alone is a pressure for her.
No.
Yes, my way of talking alone is a pressure for her.
You crew woman, I know already, so don't even go there.
Well, she's fat. I want to know where she is. So the whole situation that we are talking, we must not blame anybody, we must blame we the parents. That the same thing we are talking here today. Yeah. We are here to get justice for Sharon Musi. their mother, their father, they really milk. They are not talking because they know what's going on. But we here today, we must get justice for Shalom Musuya. Thank you.
Thank you. And Esther, before we brought in Orita, I was trying to struck a point, relative to this issue surrounding this little girl. You think this is where the Ministry of Gender, right? All of these various what we call parking area, we call it, so the parking, loafer parking, they got different kind of parking. And when you go to these parkings, what you see there is that sometimes you see people bringing in the kids. All right. So if you have a representative from the Ministry of Gender, it is the responsibility of that person to ask, who is this child? Are you the parent of this child, or are you the custodian of this child? To ask some question, because that's how you see the human trafficking is on the rise.
Of course.
Because of poverty, a lot of things happening. Parents don't have money to attend to their kids. So a lot of people taking advantage of the children. You bring them into another country, you use them as slaves. At the end of the day, you dump them. Because I don't know where in this word a mother who were taught morals, who read the Quran, who read the Bible, that will look at your 12-year-old child and take that child and say, the man who's 60-year-old, I want you to marry my child. No son mother will want to do that.
No.
Because you are damaging the future of that child. Of course. So it is important that all of these parking centers, you have representative there from the Ministry of Gender to ask some question. The Justice Ministry and other places, have them at the parking. People can just go to the parking, you see them carrying 2-3 children. What they carrying them, nobody know. They out there, the commercial driver there, he just want the passenger to get his money. He won't know. Because it's not a responsibility to go ask questions.
Of course.
But if you have the requisite authorities there, they will ask some question. Why are you carrying all these children? Who are these children? You answer some question. So it will help to reduce the issue of human trafficking. Because a lot of people nowadays taking advantage of the children. So those of you that live in Lokentai, if you saw any activities outdoor over the weekend or maybe a week or two, you expose them. We'll come there with the authorities and we'll ask the family there, why you give your child all to this 57-year-old man? You know how long that girl is? Oh, boy. Well, Esther, read out the comments and we can maybe squeeze in 2 or 3 more calls and then we leave from here.
All right, for the comment section, we have Juju Wonware. He says, good morning, guys. I'm following live from Johnsonville. We have Gluto Eddie says, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm following you live from Single 8th Street. We have Honorable Sokpa says, good morning, guys. I'm following from Nima County. Far Junior Sam says, good morning. Regular silent listener following from Pinsville. From Muya M. Fofana says, good morning. Henry Doma is watching. He says, good morning, family. I hope you had a splendid weekend and thanks for all you guys do for the people and country. Stanley Bozo says, a pleasant good morning to the many listeners following the Freedom Print News, watching live from FE Rototown community. And of course, at Nortet J. Noah says, I'm watching. David Johnson says, I'm watching from Juarez Market. Hey, good people, what a shame to that little girl father who went to take her as his wife. You don't know you can be her father. Please don't spoil the good Muslim people name. Total wickedness. And Jared Topo Bowe says, that man with the issue of the little girl must be surely prosecuted as mentioned or stated strongly by our brother from the U.S. Henry Thomas says that man is sick. People of that community and family members should be ashamed of themselves. Melvin Destiny Harvest Powell says, That 57-year-old man is a monster of monsters. And of course, Salia Soni says that man is seriously sick. He probably doing it for ritualistic purpose. Nothing else I can think about. If this happens in Liberia and the gender ministry is doing nothing about it, she needs to resign. Well, let's see some more comment. This one says, most especially, Jerry Boy saying, most especially when they did that publicly. Not that it should be done secretly either, but having the guts to display that, the Liberian Justice Ministry must face some questioning by the Parliament with the Committee on Justice. I don't know why this stuff is not going. Okay. It's going on. Parliament with the Committee on Justice and Security. This ministry function is bringing a lot to the country, and he must be petitioned for an explanation right now. J. Augustus G. Herb says this is what burn as deviant culture from a sociological standpoint. Jared Topo Boegan says human trafficking in country. This must be stopped. Mohammed Prince Soni Jr. says unbelievable. And of course, Anthony Divine Favor Jaka says, watching from New Georgia Estate, keep on your good work. And I've just read all of the comments, and seriously, I am disappointed. I've not even seen any, Islamic or Muslim name mentioned among all of this. And none of you guys call. You guys, you have at least, call and make us understand that you stand with what we're saying here today, because
how sure are you that those names you just read or comments you read, some of them are not Muslims?
Mr. Nimna, we know Muslim names anyway. So
I got a couple of Muslim friends that are following. Right. Okay. So yeah. But anyway, let's talk to some more callers. Let's take this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. You live on the radio. So tell us your name.
I'm Daniel Saki. All
right.
I just want to share I got an idea concerning to the Muslim relationship marriage.
Okay.
Now, you not find all Muslim men calling on your show right now because it is custom. Even brother and sister can get married. Uncle daughter can get married to brother. I got into her brother at the same time.
What we're talking about is the age gap. The age gap.
It don't matter when it comes to the religion. It don't matter. Or even 60-year-old man go beyond 25 or 20-year-old girl and get married to one for Guinea. You can't go for the marriage, but be here, the marriage to everything and sing her to the place to him. In Guinea, Malay, Africa, I'm telling you, you can work at the Southern Car Factory.
Okay.
I make more than close to 24 years at the Southern there. So when it comes
I haven't eaten some meat from you. It's been a while now.
Sure, I want to. I gotta come with it.
Yeah, I think I need to get some bone for some soup over the weekend. Yeah, in fact, that the man that called me and told me about your mom.
Okay.
You know your mother very well.
Okay. That man Nicky Boy has been my friend for a very long period of time. Even when you come to the
yeah, you got him my name. No scared.
All right, man. Daniel Saki, thank you for your contribution.
Okay.
Let's talk to another mother. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, thank you. My name is Carmen Kessler, calling from 12th Street, Cinco.
Let's hear you, Carmen.
Esther, how you doing?
I'm okay, ma'am.
At least the other day, I think on Friday, if I'm mistaken, you're on the air. And today is Monday on the air. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're on Thursday.
So you're keeping
that is strong. That is strong, Wani.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. We now don't argue with Esther because Esther is seeing the names. And just to add my own voice to the many voices, that thing are not news. They're not news. I won't be so harsh. But when it comes to the Muslim, that thing are not news. That's something what can happen. They will bring that little child in the huts when they are small. Growing a little bit. What am I news there? That they are all waste. So the extra say, how sure are you? They will not call. Now maybe because 1 or 2 persons have said, they will not call. So someone come in, but calling to just clear the
And that's why I said it. That's why I said it because
no personal attack. Please.
Yeah, the thing what happened before, then you will tell us news, but something what been happening. I want our news for the poor man. Of course.
I'm good.
All right, thank you. But we have in our possession that the same thing we're talking about. We get a few more months to go to the election. The people then still lost in their voter card.
I see it.
Wow.
Betty Flomo, I don't know who you are.
For your card.
Betty Flomo, your voter card is in our possession. I don't know what thing y'all can be doing. Y'all be losing your voter card. Now the people then when you see them be stretching their vein in political thought, they don't want losing their card and so.
I see it.
So Betty Flomo, if you're listening, you register in Monserrate County. If you are listening, Betty Flomo, we have in our possession your voter ID.
We got to call that to our age.
Her date of birth is 1992 and blah 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 blah. So you do your calculation now. All right. So she almost all right. So that's it. Betty Flomo, we have your voter ID card. Come to Freedom FM, ask for Dwell Crusoe, and you will get your voter ID card. And we also have another voter ID card and the driver license. Shadrach Zoga of Magibi District number 6. All right. No, that's Magibi, right? Yeah. Magibi, Shadrach Zoga, we have in our possession your voter ID card and your driver's license. So please come and get your driver's license and your voter ID card. You and Betty Flomo. It's right here. Oh, somebody found it and brought it here. All right. So we're trying to help you guys to get it from here. If not, just consider yourself out of the process come October 10th. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Don't call us with feedback because when you damage our ears, you got $5 to give to go to the hospital. All right. Yeah, I in the flower mood the morning now because they think when we hear about that 12-year-old girl, we're not happy.
Yeah, myself, I'm not happy, but
yeah.
I follow one of your sister program.
That's why you need to reduce the volume of your radio because you're giving us feedback.
No, but I'm not enough.
Go ahead, you better now.
Oh, okay. The last time I followed one of your sister program on your radio station, and one of the ministers from General Court said I went into place in Guinea. So I'm not, for me to get your wedding took place in looking down now, looking confusing now.
Yeah, we quoting the front page Africa newspaper. All right. We went.
So, Mr. Nimle, what I need to follow on the Ministry of General to call somebody and confirm the information.
Yeah, we followed that show when the lady called on our morning show and said, but again, the front page Africa, we all know is controversial at times, but this is what they are reporting, about this. Oh, my brother, thanks for your contribution. All right, we don't have any more time, but we have Alfred Frankie Zaza. Good morning, Freedom. I'm Alfred Frankie Zaza watching live from Minneapolis, USA. It is not right for any parent to do so in any way. Jim and Jay says, good, big, what he says there? Big brother, I'm watching you from my grandma's village under the cola tree. Where's that Jim and Jay? He always watching you. He's not watching from under the cola tree. Tomorrow he will be watching from under the almond tree. So that it. Let's go back to Dakpana. I know how that I walk on Nikki Boy working the board. That is small town name.
Yeah, I mean, how you got it? Small town name. So the only from my mom and dad, some other family members calling me that name. But I want to say that This is sad. Such a thing shouldn't be happening in this time and age. I think we have passed that. For a 57 years old man to get married to a 12 years old is insane. It's abnormal.
I'm
It's
telling you.
wrong. We should
Telling you.
condemn it. Today we're going. Well, it doesn't matter which tribe it is, but we need to condemn it. If you're going to be a pastor, I'm going to condemn a pastor.
Same.
If
Of
any
course.
church are going to conduct such program, I'm going to condemn that church. We had never died in Liberia there because of the practice of never die. We can all condemn never die. So
Yeah.
we shouldn't be
Bishop,
tolerated.
I remember the guy Bishop Slebo.
Yeah, I can remember they went on that DC 101 that time, and then before they would leave, the police went there, Jose went there, and they arrested him for those things that they were saying on the media. So it's totally wrong. We're not going at a particular religion, but those kind of practices need to be condemned. We are in a modern age, 12 years old, no way. 18 years old. And just to close up with a joke, I want to tell my Orita that I'll be visiting a house. That 18-year-old there.
I 18 year old.
You can imagine the fact 18-year-old in Morovia that I know nothing. I need to visit my Orita.
All right, Takwana, thank you so much. And it was a nice presentation. And I want to say thanks to all of those. Gabriel T. Giant Jr. It says Musa Dean is a dangerous man in the government. Esther, please remove that. And he says, and fighting to bring the government down. Wow. Samuel Coleman is watching from Randall Street. And so, folks, we got to go. Thanks for being a part. Gus Coleman was here. Dakwana, U-Turn, Nicholas Smith, and Esther Darling Daku. We hope you will be here tomorrow. She will always be here because
Lots waiting.
I've already given her strong warning. So if she's not here tomorrow, it means that she's.
And when you see it now, the females are the one that are requesting her being on the show every day.
Yeah. And it's also good for you too, because you always
Oh
want to
yeah,
hear. Yeah. Be live.
definitely.
Well, folks, thank you so much. Thanks to all of our viewers. Thanks to those of you who sat by the radio and played the listening role. Those of you who took up time to call. We really appreciate everything. And we want to say to you, we'll be here tomorrow, same time, same station. Until then, do have a pleasant week. We out.